Okay, hi guys, my name is Shelby, and welcome to Voice for the Vanished. Let me introduce you guys to Abbie Flynn. I saw her case the day it came out, but to me, the details were just so odd that I genuinely thought that it would be solved. She would be found safely within the next day or so. But I came back to it and realized that she has not been found. And I realized that the details we already know about this case are so odd and so little that the fact that she has not been found for over almost 2 weeks, I believe, is insane and incredibly suspicious. And I genuinely have no idea what has happened to her. Abbie Flynn is 59 years old from the Gloucester area of Massachusetts. Abbie is 59 years old and she has three children who are all of college age. And she disappeared from Farrington Avenue in, again, the town of Gloucester. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Massachusetts. She is about 5'5" and 200 pounds with brown eyes and brown hair. Obviously, you can see in this photo, she just looks like a magnificent woman, and people often describe her as a kind hearted, genuine mother and person just in general. She was actually hosting a party at her house the day she went missing, getting all prepared for it. Actually, the last tracked the last track steps they have of Abbie, she was alone, but she was preparing for this Super Bowl party that she had planned on having a bunch of her friends attend. She was cooking, she had food in the oven, everything was going smoothly. I mean, there's no reason to really question her planning for her Super Bowl party. But the next track we have of Abbie is when she decided to take a walk while her food was cooking. She left her phone on her kitchen counter. Apparently, this was very common for her just to take a walk, get some fresh air. Again, nothing suspicious about it. She has had no trouble in the past. So, why on this walk she never returned home to actually host her Super Bowl party remains a mystery. Like people say, people don't just vanish, although it really seems like they do. People can't vanish, people can't just be invisible. People are always somewhere. Something happened to someone, someone's with someone. There's a human life. Abbie's a human life, and she is out there somewhere. We just want to find her. We want to do anything we can to help this family, to help Abbie come home safely as soon as possible. There are zero signs of someone else being involved in her disappearance. No one broke into her house. No one was involved in her actually leaving her house. It is basically confirmed. I believe that she left on her own. She left for a walk, but had full intentions to come back to host her Super Bowl party. She never intended to walk out of the house that day and not return home. She went for her walk like she did. And so that's the reason this is so incredibly suspicious. The public is being told that they have no reason to worry about harm, about being in danger. So the police strongly believe that no one was involved in her disappearance. No one hurt her on her walk. There would have been more signs if something like that would have occurred. But obviously, something occurred. Something happened. She's somewhere. And this is the reason I wanted to cover this case, is because I, as a true crime junkie, I guess, and just a human, I really have no idea what has happened to her. And usually you can speculate. Usually there's one popular opinion on what has happened to someone who goes missing. But in this case, it's speculation that seems a little bit insane. But it's the only option because every other option is X'd out, if that makes sense. Her friends arrived at the party. They obviously realized that Abbie was not there, and they heard that she went on a walk from her son. And I guess I don't know exactly what happened next, like how long exactly they waited until they realized that something definitely was wrong. But somewhere during that time, they contacted the police to report Abbie as missing. There is no sign of Abbie meeting with someone and getting taken by someone, getting hurt by someone. The police strongly believe again that there would have been more evidence to suggest that. And this is why this case just irks me, because there's so little detail in her disappearance, and there's so little things that they're finding to point to the outcome of what has happened to her. And it's been 12 days since she went missing. The only thing we can do is speculate and spread her face at this point to the area where she went missing and surrounding areas, because genuinely, I've never seen a case, I've never covered a case, I should say, that has been so vanished style. That sounds so strange, but so inconclusive. There's so little details to point in which direction this went to. Usually in a case, you're like, it's most likely a kidnapping. It's most likely someone murdered them. It's most likely that they ran away and they're living on their own. But in this case, none of those outcomes make sense. None of the popular outcomes make sense. There are some conspiracy theories, let's say, um, that maybe an animal got to her, hurt her, and she became unable to walk on her own, and then didn't have her phone either because she left it at home, and something happened to her then. But even in that situation, I think that there would have been more evidence to the outcome by now. By now. I definitely think that they would have found something to suggest that she had been hurt by an animal. People also say that she could have had a medical emergency, but even if she had some sort of medical injury, I don't think that she would be gone for 12 days. I can't think of a medical emergency where she would have something happen to her and go missing for 12 days and not be found or not return home, depending on what these people are suggesting her medical emergency was. Any outcome I can think of in my head doesn't add up, and it blows my mind and breaks my heart for the family, because I cannot imagine where their minds are going and how their heads are spinning. There are no more details I have to give you guys in Abbie's case, and that breaks my heart. There should be way more details about her and how she vanished, because this is incredibly strange. But all I can ask you guys is, as I always ask you guys, I don't care who you believe in, what you believe in, or what you don't believe in. Can you please send prayers, good thoughts, good vibes, strength, hope, love, anything good Abbie and Abbie's family's way? I can't imagine how much they need that right now. And again, you guys don't have to share my video if you don't want to. Share Abbie's story, share Abbie's face, get her story out there, and bring her home safely is all I can ever ask you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next case. Bye.